The key results from the Garfield score presentation were that for the first time we have a new score to predict risk and the risk and benefit in patients with atrial fibrillation. So in the past we've had CHA2DS2-VASc, and CHA2DS2-VASc has been useful, but that's just looking at thrombotic risk. And we don't know, or didn't know until recently, how CHA2DS2-VASc worked in lower risk patients. What we found is that CHA2DS2-VASc is not very powerful for low risk patients. In fact, the C statistic was 0.56, so it's only just better than the play of chance. What we've derived is a new integrated score for death, for stroke, and for bleeding, all in one score. And so this gives the clinician the balance. And this score allows the clinician not only to look at higher risk patients, but low risk patients. And it performs in a much more powerful way in the low risk patients than things like CHA2DS2-VASc. So what we need in a score is something that's straightforward to operate and is user-friendly. It doesn't dictate what the clinician has to do, but it informs him or her. And if we can have our machine learning tool resident within the electronic record, this then pops up when the patient's being evaluated. So it doesn't dictate how the patient should be managed, but it informs the clinician about the balance of risk and benefit. So for example, those low-risk patients, the clinician would see, oops, the bleeding risk is going to be higher than the stroke risk. So it would help to inform that judgment. The first step was to make the integrated machine learning score available electronically. Step 2 is to have a simpler web-based version that can go into your smartphone when you're seeing the patient, enter the characteristics, and you've got the score right there.